Hello, good evening. My name is Morgan, and I bid you all welcome to another stream of Risen. As established, this is just going to be a when I have time for it in the middle of the week kind of thing. Because I'm going to be doing other things on the weekend, but today I have time for it. So, we just got into town. And we pretty much determined there's no real legitimate way to get into town without paying the guard. Unfortunately... What do you mean? What's wrong with the video settings? Alright, well, it sounds like you have a shitty thing. Try changing the quality. Don't assume that I did something wrong. It looks fine to me. Does it? Hang on, let me... Yeah, it looks normal to me. Otis, can you stop doing laps around my chair? Go lay down. I just, like, check that your, thing is the thing. What also?
Hey, asshole!
Well, screw you. Yeah, so we got into town. There's no, apparently no, real way to get into town without paying for it. They don't give you all the options that Gothic 2 had. So this be how it is. The first NPC with a name that we stumble across is this feller, Arno.
Spare a coin for a poor farmer. We have nothing to eat. My wife Martha is sick.
Can't you find work here?
I had work guarding the cows, but Martha needs me now. We're down to our last few coins.
I'd just like to point out, the cows are, like, right up around the corner, and he's standing here. Like, I feel like he could easily do both. 25. I like how he asked for a gold coin. We have the choice to either give him nothing or give him a bunch.
Here, 25 gold pieces.
Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Good luck, and don't give up hope.
I won't. Thank you.
Can I help you?
Are you a healer? My wife is so sick. I fear the worst.
What's wrong with her?
She's feverish. I blame these cursed bloody ruins.
Why? How did they make her ill?
They came out of the ground right next to my damn farm. Next day, Martha caught this fever, and she's got sicker since then. I don't know what to do. Her only hope is Master Belshaw.
Who is Master Belshaw?
a mage from the monastery. He spends his time at the Shrine of the Flame, back in the gutters. He cares about poor farmers like us. No one else does.
And that's just the end of the conversation. Madam,
Just let me sleep.
she has nothing to say for herself. So they're trying to give you a good sense of the poverty of the city, or the squalor, I suppose. Like the moment we walk in here. We're going to find out more about it. We obviously already know that the Inquisition are forcing everybody to stay in the city. Remove them all from their farms. And shove them in here. And we're going to see exactly how well they're dealing with that.
You're new here, right? Leto let you in, huh?
So, what if he did let me in?
Don't worry. I won't give you away. After all, we don't want any trouble with the law. I've had more than enough already.
You've had trouble with the law.
By the looks of you, never would have
The
guessed.
law is just an excuse to lock us all in the town. The Order wants to loot the ruins in peace. Once they've taken the last crumb of gold out of the ruins, they'll let us out again. Don Esteban figured that out right away.
Why are you in the town and not in the swamp?
Simple. The Don doesn't let go of things that belong to him. Some of us are keeping business going here, until the Inquisition move on.
What business do you do?
Anything that brings gold. Gold's the only way we can challenge the Order and the warriors, isn't it? Taking the town back is what it's all about. We control the town, we control the island. For now, though, the Inquisitor and Commandant Carlos are in charge. So what's your step? All right.
What's the Order doing about the Don's men?
They stop us where they can. Since they came here with their fancy white uniforms, they've never taken their eyes off us.
Maybe
They're
we shouldn't
just
be having this
waiting for us to
conversation.
Step out of line. Then they'll take us to the monastery. Keep your eye out for Sebastian. He's always around, watching.
Tell me about Commandant Carlos.
He's the Inquisitor's watchdog. His headquarters is in the guardhouse. He sits up there controlling everyone's lives. But it's only a matter of time before he pisses enough people off.
Sounds like you could use some help.
We could. I have to scrape together a lot of gold for the Don. If I don't send him something soon, if I don't get some gold in, I'll have problems with my own boys. If you help me, I can cut you in for a slice.
I feel like he should not be, like the Don should not be shaking down his own men to get them to pay up. Especially because, like we've raised the question before, what's he doing with the gold out there anyway? I mean, if these guys, I guess these guys are just trying to get it out of the city so that the Inquisition don't have it, but like shaking down his own men saying, oh, you aren't paying up, so we're gonna have problems. It's like, I don't think you can afford to lose manpower, can you? Like, give them a break. They're doing what they can. They obviously aren't gonna take the Inquisition's side, so why are you giving them a hard time?
What are you offering if I do help you?
Well, I'll give you gold. And I can teach you a few things too. Give a man a fish, and he'll stink for a day. Give him a rod.
You want to teach me to fish?
In a manner of speaking. Fish for gold. I can make a pickpocket out of you. Word to the wise. You should look to the Don. Join him before you get swallowed and pissed out by the Order.
What can I do?
He always says, what can I do, while he points straight at him.
Business here in the gutters. He's preying on the farmers and stuffing his pockets with gold.
So, what do you need doing?
Since the Order has been here, he hasn't paid his dues to the Don. Hired himself a bodyguard, he has, and he pays the Inquisition's taxes. What about the Don's taxes, eh? Where's our slice?
It doesn't sound like you're
Someone
giving him
needs to
any
make
service for
sure
those
we
taxes.
get paid.
I'll get your gold.
Good. It's time we showed him we're still in charge in the gutters. But it won't be easy. Costa won't pay voluntarily. At least, not now he's got himself a bodyguard.
Well, sounds like somebody needs to get their ass kicked.
How much does Costa owe?
He's caused a lot of trouble. I'd say he owes 300 gold coins for that alone. You can keep half.
How should I get the gold from him?
I really don't care. If you give him a beating, you can probably just take it. But don't kill him. No point killing the golden goose. And it'll get the Inquisition on our backs. But teaching his bodyguard a lesson wouldn't hurt.
I mean, beating him up probably would get us in trouble with the Inquisition anyway, even if we don't kill him.
Is there any advice
And
you
mugging
can
him.
give me?
If you just cut loose on Costa, you'll have to take care of him and his bodyguard at the same time. It'd be better to deal with them one by one. Try to provoke them, one at a time. They start the fight, then no one will interfere. You start the fight, you'll have problems with the guards.
I feel like one thing you did specify there is that you should, I don't know if it works this way, but you should fight the bodyguard first, because the whole idea is that bodyguard's going to protect Costa, but if we were to antagonize Costa first, or if we were to take down the bodyguard first, Costa's not likely to get involved right away, which means we take them on one at a time. Do it the other way around, and we'll probably have to deal with both of them.
Wait, I saw you talking to Delgado. Do you deny it?
No. And who are you?
I am Sebastian, a warrior of the Order of the Holy Flame. And you want to be careful who you get involved with.
What do you know about Delgado?
He is one of Don Esteban's men. Ruthless, the lot of them. They steal, lie, and extort. Steer clear of them.
What are you doing about the Don's people?
Inside the town, cornering them like rats in a burrow. Outside the town, the Inquisitor is slowly choking them, starving them of men, of gold, of food. Commandant Carlos will see the town is cleared of the Don's influence, and those left in the swamp will just wither and die. We'll finish Delgado, and the Don will follow.
What the hell is on your lip, by the way?
Why don't you just throw the Don's men out of the town?
We've tried. They get back in. We don't know where or how, so now we'll use them. Finish them where they stand. You'd better decide whose side you're on. You want to be a rat? Or a rat catcher?
I don't understand. Like, you keep saying you throw them out of town. Surely you've got prison cells. Why don't you just lock them up, and then you've kind of taken care of that?
How can I help you?
I need to know what Delgado is planning. He's careful. He knows I'm following him, but he is up to something. Since you have spoken to him, maybe you can find out for me, and we can block up another of the Don's rat holes.
What's in it for me if I help?
It will stand you in good stead if you'd like to go to the monastery. Our commander appreciates help, and the monastery can train you as a mage or as a warrior of the Order. It would be your choice. And, of course, you will receive a reward.
How high is the reward for Delgado?
100 gold pieces.
That's less than he's offering me. Early Easter? What? I'm confused. Easter's not for a while. What do you want about Val? Hello, Philip. How are you? So, we're not going to make any decisions right away. We're still kind of in the neutral... neutral thing. Oh, that's your joke, yeah. Because unseasonable weather. Wolfskin. Yoink. So as far as I know, this game's still got the thing where basically everything outside that's not in somebody's house is free to take. So help yourselves. So, yeah, like I said, we're not going to make any decisions right away because we're keeping everything neutral for now. We're going to explore the town, then I'll make a save that's between guilds, and then we'll make a decision. So, obviously, Delgado wants to rob Costa. Pardon. And Sebastian wants to know what Delgado's up to. I'm going to leave it be.
I'm Costa. Welcome to my little part of the island. If there's anything you need, anything at all, I can get it. Usually.
What do you sell?
Weapons, potions, jewellery, scrolls. If you need it, hell, I can even get you a bed.
Selling bed?
Anywhere around here I can sleep?
It's not a good idea to spend the night in just any old bed. That's asking for trouble.
but I have a couple of beds on the upper floor. I don't ask much, just 30 gold coins. They're safe, peaceful, and you won't wake up with lice in your hair.
Where do you get your wares?
Since there's nothing coming into town, I sell stuff we still got inside.
Like what?
Times are tough. People got to find a way to get by. Quite a few folks want to sell their possessions for some solid coin in their hands.
So you prey on people's poverty.
Hey, no one's forcing them to sell their stuff. If they wish to trade their family heirlooms for a hot meal, I'm the man who helps them. I'm a charitable man, just like Belshaw. They'd be sleeping in the gutter without me.
I think most of them still are. So yeah, I would say he's just a capitalist disguising his enterprise as charity. But what I don't understand is, I feel like your business has to kind of run out of steam at some point, because eventually everyone's going to have sold you something and run out of money to buy anything from you. So you're just going to be sitting on a heap of shit that you can't sell, and you're going to go hungry too.
Hey, do you work here?
Sure do. If you're looking for somewhere to kip, just go upstairs. Pay Costa after.
Isn't it a bit odd to pay afterwards?
Don't ask me. I don't bring the business, I just bring the muscle.
Why is muscle needed?
Costa doesn't want trouble.
Trouble with whom?
Guests looking for a free kip, or anyone who wants to play silly buggers.
Oh, what silly buggers.
So you're paid muscle.
Better than an unpaid muscle.
Indeed.
You work for Costa.
Yeah, gotta get gold where you can. Not much to be had down at the harbour. No ships means no work.
I feel like, given the fact that he has a warrior of the order standing right here, I guess maybe he needs a hired muscle for any of his dealings that the Inquisition would look down on, but... So I know he has a chest here. It's a bit of a spoiler to do it, but I don't remember who actually tells us about it. It's only got, it doesn't have much in here, so maybe nobody tells us about it. It's just a little secret. Hello, Svetlozar. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hopefully that was correct. How are you?
Please, take a look around.
Yes, a very
Are you
lovely
looking for
log.
anything special? A pan, cast iron, or a necklace? If you're hungry,
This is the weirdest face in the game.
Have a look at everything I offer.
Something about his face, like his eyes are so small, and they there's no whites to them. We are aware, yes. It's a bit odd that they are re-releasing this game. I'm not sure anyone was asking for it. I'd love to know exactly how many sales they get on Switch. Yes, this is Risen 1. That is what the title is. Yeah, Elias is obviously, he's meant to be one of the poverty-stricken ones.
That's a lot of different wares for a merchant.
I'm not a merchant. I'm a farmer. Was, till the ruins came. Lost my farm. You look like another refugee. Word to the wise. Stay away from Costa.
Actually, he does have whites to his eyes. Just for some reason, it blends in with his incredibly glowing complexion.
Costa? Who's Costa?
We just talked
He's
to
a
him.
swindler. After everything people have lost, he's trying to take the rest. He forces people to sell their goods for less than they're worth, then resells them. Help
I mean, that's
another
how
refugee,
you
will you? Have a look at my
do
goods.
business.
Not the stuff he's pushing.
You're never going to maintain a business by buying things for more than you sell them for. No, it's just matter of fact. He's not a merchant. He's a man who's forced to sell what he has. Yeah, it is pretty high. I mean, they're already not going to sell the damn game, so I'm not sure why the asking price is so, not, like, proper. I brain farted there.
Why don't you sell your goods somewhere else?
We're not allowed. They won't let us into the merchants' district. The Inquisition talks about law, keeps us here, then lets these scoundrels run things. We don't have enough gold to buy the goods the merchants offer. So the white robes chase us off. For a lot of us, The only thing left is Costa. He's the only one who'll buy.
It's always kind of annoying to me that, like, obviously there will be naturally in a city, sort of designated, like, you know, residential areas and business areas and that sort of thing. But, like, Piranha Bytes cities are always, like, broken out into the same sort of predictable districts. It's just kind of weird. But, like, there is no hard, like, barrier to getting into the merchants district. I guess they're just saying, they're just saying that if they were spotted trying to, like, sell their stuff there, the Inquisition would be like, hey, get back to the gutter, you idiots. $10 on Steam, worth another 10? Well, he said it was $30, so that's another 20.
What can you tell me about the town?
Well, there are 3 districts. The gutter's here. That's the street above the harbour. Farther down by the water is the harbour district. That stretches from the lighthouse to the warehouses and the prison at the end of the quay. The rich bastards live in the merchants district. That's where the main gate of the town is.
I guess they don't really have a prison here, do they? Because they just have a lighthouse that they inexplicably lock people in, but it's only got room for 1. Otis, stop it. Go lay down. Yeah, I don't know how they have a city without proper, like, prison.
Let me see your goods.
He just keeps walking up to me and starts nudging me and annoying me. I don't know what he wants. He just wants me to pay more attention to him. Now, like how I sold him a gold ring when he shouldn't be able to afford anything. That's one of the things that I kind of... yeah, they did. Which is also confusing. But, it kind of doesn't make sense that every merchant in every Piranha Bytes game is basically capable of buying an infinite amount of stuff. And Gothic 1 and 3 are the only ones that tried to do it differently, where they had a limit on their money. But they've never had a limit on what merchants will buy. Like, to me, it wouldn't make sense that LES would buy anything other than maybe food. But he grows his own potatoes here or something like that. So the fact that I can sell him a gold ring doesn't make any sense. Oops. And this guy right here might be actually one of my favorite characters in the town.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't walk by. Try the best fish in town. This is your lucky day, because I have one perfect Piscine offer for you.
Piscine?
You do.
Buy 1 fish and get a second fish completely free. 2 fish for the price of 1.
Sounds like a good deal.
That's like 50% per fish.
What sort of fish do you have?
Everything the sea can provide. Herring just caught and placed so fresh it doesn't even know it's dead yet.
Is that all?
No. I also have shark. A nice shark steak will revive the weariest spirit, and you look like you could do with that.
Well, beg your pardon. It's talking down.
You're pretty talky for someone who sells fish.
I figure the longer I keep someone talking, the more chance they have of buying some fish. I never should have bought this lousy fishmonger's. I was with this wench. She said she liked fish, and then... before you know it, I've bought this thing. I mean, I don't know...
Yeah, story
how
of every man's
halibut.
life.
And with the storms, there aren't even many fish being caught.
Well, they need to do it better. I'm just saying. I dislike that every time you come back to town, you just find the first merchant and offload all of your crap and make a shitload of money. Because to me, like, the managing of your finances should be part of an RPG. And part of that, like, it shouldn't just be that easy to just dump a load of shit and get paid for it. There should at least be some sense to the, bartering system. I just think there should be more to it. Nobody's taken advantage, very few games take advantage of it, of the nuances of trade. And I just think it could make an RPG more interesting. Usually the games that do it are ones that I just kind of don't care about otherwise. Well, I guess Morrowind did. But Morrowind's felt pretty artificial. They usually had they always had the same amount of money that, like, they capped at. So, and you could always just rest a day and they would get it back.
Show me your...
You actually want to buy some? Well, don't forget, it's 2 for 1.
So, the shark steaks are pretty expensive, but as far as I recall, they give you a strength bonus. And 2 for 1, obviously, is a pretty decent deal.
Give me a shark steak.
Here, 1 steak, and another for the road.
I'm sure it'll hold just fine in my pocket. Where am I steak? So for some reason, the shark steak looks like it's just a recolored, like, tooth. No, maybe not. Yeah, you can't eat it the way it is. It's got to be cooked, obviously. But I do believe it gives you a strength bonus.
Hey.
Hello, I'm Finn. You don't happen to have any work to offer?
No, I don't.
Drat. I've combed every corner of this place. This town is a mess. There are so many people here now, and they all want jobs. Even Flavio can't give me work.
Oh, Flavio. Yes, Philip, I do plan on playing the Gothic remake. I don't think I would hear the end of it if I didn't.
What sort of work do you do?
Anything. Anything.
Okay. Doesn't sound like you have a, very good qualifications then.
What can you tell me about Flavio?
People say Belshaw is the only man doing something for the farmers. But Flavio has given work to lots of people. Has.
But that's changed.
Yeah. The warehouse is empty, and he had to get rid of most of us.
Recession hits us all, man.
Hey.
What do you want? I haven't done anything.
That's quite a guilty conscience.
No. I thought,
Thought what?
that you were one of the people who doesn't want us outsiders here. They say we're thieves, but we aren't. The Don's rabble are the thieves.
Where are you from?
All over. I'm a hunter, or was before the Order locked me up here in this town.
You don't sound terribly happy.
Of course. If they're going to lock everyone up here, they should look after us. Instead, they treat us like criminals. But the Order just leaves us here, leaves us to our fate.
I feel like you could put that down. It must be pretty heavy.
So, are there thieves in the town?
Oh, yes. They take everything that's not nailed down. They cleaned out all the skins in Flavio's storehouse. And the worst thing is that the rebels get away with it. Nah, I hate it here. I can't wait to get out.
I don't think you're getting out anytime soon, unless you know how to jump over the wall over there. What was I saying? I had a thought and I've already forgotten it. Oh well. It's gone in the wind now.
You look like you're from the monastery.
Yes. I am Novice Hugh. I assist Master Belshaw.
What exactly happens up there, at the monastery?
Normally, the monastery is a place of peace and knowledge. But now the Inquisition has taken up residence, it has become a place to train recruits.
No, because I moved on from that thought.
Tell me more about this town.
There is unrest. Many do not accept the Inquisitor's word, or the reality of what is happening. If the Inquisitor had captured the Don, everything would be different. But instead, people complain, even as we seek to save them.
Why do they complain?
Don Esteban and his gang still have great influence. They seek to discredit the Inquisition for their own ends. Many believe the Don will take control as soon as the Inquisitor is gone, so only a few are willing to defy the Don, lest they pay the price later.
I remember what my thought was. I was going to say that this is like the last game made by Piranha Bytes where you could have conversations with NPCs while they're in animations. And it was like actually like a step forward, because you can have a conversation with NPCs while they're like carrying stuff, and they're still carrying it in the conversation. But you play any game since then, and if you talk to an NPC who's so much as sitting down on a bench, they stand right back up into a neutral position, because Piranha Bytes just can't be bothered to keep things realistic and lifelike anymore.
How do they decide if someone becomes a recruit or a novice?
Most take the path of the recruit. They are trained to become a warrior of the Order. This requires them to learn the high art of staff fighting and the
Yes,
basic
bonking
principles
things
of
with
magic.
sticks is a very
To tread the
intellectual
path of magic, you must prove yourself
thing.
to the Order. Then you may be given the choice to become a novice. As a novice, you learn staff fighting, but only enough to defend oneself. After that, you focus on real study, the art of the mage. If you wish to become a novice, then you should spend time with Master Belcher.
Oh, Philip, if you look at the Gothic remake, it already looks dated as hell. Or at least the demo did. That thing looked like garbage.
What do you make of the Inquisitor?
He may be disliked by some, but he is the only one who can help us in these times. He will avert the threat of the Risen Temples and restore order. While he performs his tasks up in the monastery, he is reliant on us, upon his representative, Commandant Carlos, to maintain control here.
Tell me more about Commandant Carlos.
He is a warrior of the Order of the Holy Flame. He spends most of his time in the guardhouse, but his warriors are ever vigilant, maintaining peace in the town, which cannot be said of the Old Town Guard.
What's wrong with the Old Town Guard?
In the days before the Inquisitor arrived, they were responsible for keeping order on the streets. Don Esteban had them under his thumb. They did what they pleased here. They would do anything for gold and pleasure, and still would if given the chance. But now the Order is in charge here. Alas, I fear some of them care too little for the people.
How did you become a novice?
I volunteered. Master Belcher said I have what it takes and gave me his blessing. After I convinced Commandant Carlos of my worth, I was allowed to go to the monastery to begin training. One day, I will be a powerful mage, a master of the Order.
Yeah, there's plenty of equivalencies, aren't there, Val? I mean, Commandant Carlos is fine. I do think he's a better character in Risen 2 than he is in this one. In this one, I don't even really remember what his role is in terms of like the plot and any quests and stuff, but I mainly remember his voice actor being like the least inspired voice actor in any Piranha Bytes game. Just like the most monotone person I've ever heard.
After somewhere peaceful. I'm Cole, by the way.
Is this a place of prayer?
This is the Shrine of the Holy Flame, a place of calm in a violent, lawless world.
And you're here to pray?
Yes. I pray that this will all be over and I can go back to being a hunter.
You're a hunter?
I am. Well, I was.
What happened?
Since the temples rose, no one's allowed outside the town because of the creatures. I was lucky the Inquisition didn't take me to the monastery.
And what happened to your bow?
I pawned it to Costa. Fed me for a week. And to think I could provide for the whole town with it once. Now not even Flavio has work for me. All I have left is Master Belcher's stew.
I heard it's a fine stew.
Can you teach me anything about hunting?
I could, but if you're thinking of going on an expedition, there's nothing here in the town to hunt.
Not
Could
even
you
rats?
teach me archery?
That I can show you.
Well, how? You don't got a bow.
Tell me about the flame.
I'm a hunter. I don't know much about holy things.
Just tell me what you know.
It's... the flame protects us. All of us. Understand? It protects the whole island. It's where the mages get their magic. They say while it burns, there is hope. That the storms don't come to this island because of it. Whatever it is, the flame protects us.
It's still confusing to me, because we never... Like, it seems like the Inquisition have an association with the Holy Flame as well, but they're not from this island. But everything we hear about the Holy Flame makes it sound like it is integral to this island. Seeing as they say it protects the island, but they don't say it protects the mainland. Or anything like that. It's just kind of be here. I don't remember if this is one of the places you get yelled at for taking stuff.
You steal? In front of me?
So if you... I like that there's a little bit of nuance in this game. If you take something that's like fairly valueless, like I just took a bushel of grapes, no big deal. But if you take something that has more value, obviously the NPCs will get riled up.
May the holy flame light your way, stranger. Are you looking for a spot of warm fire? Or some stew to salve your hunger?
You're a mage.
I am that. I am Master Belcher, a guardian of the holy flame, ordained into the convocation of mages.
I could use some stew.
Here, may it grant you strength.
Thank you.
See if it does grant strength. It looks like an ordinary stew. It ain't no Thecla's stew. And no strength. Thecla's stew gave actual strength, tangible strength, not metaphorical strength.
What is it you do in the town?
I help those who are unable to help themselves. For now, that means providing food, shelter, other necessities. Why don't you help me?
Don't tell me what to do.
What can I do for you?
Help me to care for the people. There are those who are sick and injured. They are in need of healing potions.
Healing potions, you say?
I can distribute those healing potions for you.
Good, good. Thank you. I have 7 potions prepared. I will give you a list with the names of the needy here in the gutters. Consider the remaining potions payment for your work.
Well, ain't that nice?
What is the Holy Flame?
In the monastery at the foot of the volcano, there's a holy place. It's one of the last true treasures of this world. The Hall of the Holy Flame. It's the source of our power, a well of magic. We must do all we can to protect it from the looming danger.
What can you do with magic?
It has many uses. There are spells which harm and spells which heal, and those that light your path in the darkness. With no study at all, you could cast from a scroll. Those scrolls can be used but once, whereas an artifact with magic bound into it can last an age. But to create such items, or use magic without the need of them, for that you must become a mage.
How can I become a mage?
You need a firm will and much patience to be chosen. As a mage, you would bear great responsibility. Are you fit for such a role?
I don't know.
A good answer. Quick to learn, quick to forget is what I say. Think then, and find your path. But dedication, not speed, is required for study. If you can show dedication to the Holy Flame, then I would see you as more fit for training.
Right.
A wise man knows that he knows little. Anyway, so it gave us a list. It's interesting that they use healing potions as a all-purpose remedy, like even for illness, not just injury. Elias, Cole, Finn, Josh, and Martha. Alright, well, we already met most of those. Apparently they're all sick. We probably shouldn't have been near them. Pardon.
There's better ways to earn than stealing.
Oh, I forgot they actually comment on it. I'm not sure if that, builds up over time or what.
Here is a healing potion for you, with greetings from Belshore.
Ah, thank you. The Order does try to provide for us. It's sometimes easy to forget that.
Were you one of them?
What?
Nope. Well, he's very standoffish.
I have a healing potion for you, from Master Belshore.
Won't
Thank
clean
I
up
can
the
use
tar
this.
in your lungs, though. Not really. Because it was kind of broken. I feel like they had the right idea, but it should have gone somewhere. Oh, hi, Dans. Oh, yes, I remember sitting on the edge of my seat, watching you do things while trying not to backseat you.
I'm supposed to give you this healing potion from Master Belshore.
Ah, thank you. Refugees stick together, eh?
Mouse, please. I don't know. I didn't notice anything weird about it. Oh, I don't need to give you one. Do I?
Master Belshore told me to bring you this potion.
Thank you.
That's for
Finally,
your
a
wife. I
chance
thought
for
you
Martha.
needed one too.
But healing potions alone won't be enough. I have to get my wife off the street. It's killing her. She needs somewhere to stay. Shelter.
I'll find a bed. Some shelter for your wife.
If you could do that, it'd be wonderful. Please, do your best, please.
Will do my best. Well, you could surely play this game at max settings now, Dans. I know you were on a rather ghetto setup back then.
I need to find clean lodgings for a sick woman, a farmer's wife.
What does that have to do with me? As long as this mess with Delgado remains unsorted, I don't have time for such nonsense.
So that's kind of annoying. I didn't realize that the Delgado business had to be done before we could deal with Martha. I think Josh is the name of the innkeeper down here in the Gutter's Gutter. Let's talk with Flavor Flav first.
Welcome. I am Flavio the merchant.
Hello, Flavio the merchant.
I bet you're
I am
looking for
Dick
work.
the Risen.
I can't give you any. You'll have to try somewhere else.
What do you sell here?
Hunting trophies. Skins, claws, and teeth are my business. I pay for good catches. I'll even provide you with new arrows. Well, I used to.
He's another guy who seems to have the wrong inflection, and he just randomly ignores punctuation.
You don't have any work to offer?
Since the town gates have been closed, my hunters can't get out. So there is no more hunting, no catch, no gold. We
Like
all
he
just
didn't
have to
like end
tighten
the
our
sentence there. He
belts.
pronounced that period like it was a comma.
Do you have any jobs that can be done in the town?
Well, there's one thing. We all could really use a delivery of meat.
Where does it need to go?
Master Belcher needs it. You just have to get the meat from the slaughterhouse. I've already talked to Baxter down there, but he wants 10 skins before he'll hand over any meat.
So you want me to find these skins?
If you manage that, then at least we'll have some meat.
Doesn't seem to mention the fact that, Oh, here we go.
Don't you have any skins? After all, you deal in them.
No, my stores are empty. The Don's men have helped themselves too many times.
If only you had
My
a door.
boys, Pavel or Cole, might have a lead. Maybe they know something.
Are you going here first in this run? I'm not sure what you mean. We did the Dong first, and his whole camp, and then came here.
Where can I find Baxter?
In the slaughterhouse at the harbor. He runs the meat trade here. He's quite a jovial fellow, but he takes his job very seriously.
My throat's a little, a little naff tonight. I'm not sure why.
What's in it for me?
Hope I'm not getting
if I
sick
come
again.
Up with the skins.
You want to be paid for your work? I don't have much. I can offer a few arrows, and you'll make some friends.
All I ever wanted was friends. The true payment we made was the friends on the way or something. Technically, you can go straight to the monastery if you get, bludgeoned over the head and brainwashed. Like, all you have to do to get to the monastery is walk up to the nearest Inquisition soldier outside of town and let him beat you up, and then you get taken to the monastery and you just continue from there. The whole Don's bit in the swamp the first time around, you can ignore that. And you can basically ignore the city as well. It's an interesting way to do it, but nobody would ever willingly do it that way because you miss so much of the game. And you leave so much XP and money on the table.
Okay, I'll find these skins for you.
Thanks. 5 boar skins and 5 wolf skins. And take them to Baxter. Once you have the meat, take that to Master Belcher.
I need a few things.
Okay, I have one of each so far. And I wish... One thing I do wish is that games like this had some way to, protect you from selling generic items that you need for a quest. It is exactly the kind of thing that I do by accident. Obviously they can't do it for every quest, but at least a quest you have, in your log. What is that emote? That is a weird one. Is that like a weird little bumblebee? Ah, it's so bright.
There's a face I don't recognize. Don't go wandering outside the gutters if you want to stay safe.
You're a town guard.
Damn right, so that means around here, the law is what I say it is. Stay in the gutters and stay out of trouble.
I see.
Why are there only a few guards about?
We are the town's first line of defense. So we were the first people sent to those ruins when they sprang up. Most didn't come back. Or if they did, they were in bad shape. That was before Mendoza and his Inquisition turned up. Now it's his men that go into those ruins. And let me tell you, that's fine by me.
Can you train me?
Sure. I could do with a bit of amusement. It'll cost you, though.
I ain't paying nothing. Yoink. One of the things that it's just so weird to me is the fact that the camera stays in place when you're doing a pickup animation. The camera stays in place, but you're still allowed to, like, by the time you're allowed to move again. So you get that weirdness where you can spin and the camera doesn't move.
A customer. Welcome. What can I get you?
I have a healing potion for you from Master Belshaw.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A drink?
Of course.
You don't have much to say.
Hey,
Dirk.
new in town. Gold burning a hole in your pocket? In the market for a valuable artifact? Yeah, of course you are. And lucky you ran into me, because I got the very thing.
I mean, how do you think anybody in this town is in the market for a valuable artifact? Especially down in these parts.
Who are you?
Name's Dirk. I'm an acquirer of rare and valuable items. A treasure seeker. Just like my brothers. Runs in the family, you could say.
So does that face.
Work alone?
Ulf, Dieter, and little old me. Triplets.
Triplets? Thanks for the warning. So you trade artifacts, then?
Not much getting in and out of Harbour Town. People gotta make a living any way they can. Most of those ways. Well, you wouldn't write home to your ma about them. Ulf's off looking for work until things pick up. I just want to get back to the ruins again. Good place for treasure seekers.
So you and your brothers are traveling separately?
Easier to find work that way. Although I've not seen Dieter for days. I heard rumors Ulf was being held prisoner in the Merchants District. No idea if that's true.
You don't seem too bothered.
Well, if it is true, he can handle himself. Toughest of the three of us, he is.
I'll see if I can help Ulf.
He can handle himself. But if you're going that direction, then I suppose it couldn't hurt.
I never really realized, like, for 2009, the lip sync is actually pretty good in this. Better than any other Piranha Bytes game until Elex 2. And Elex 2 probably did like AI-supported facial animations.
What sort of artifact are you selling?
Some kind of large golden bowl. You need something golden bowl-shaped? This'll be perfect. And it's yours for just 150 gold.
Golden bowl-shaped, you say? I can always use more bowls, but I don't need them to be gold. I do like these guys. They seem to be where some of the more, what's the word? Jovial writing has gone. Warrior of the Order. Alright, so long, Philip. Thanks for dropping in.
Ahoy!
Ahoy.
Come to see me, have you?
You? Sorry.
I need a
Dog's
map
being
of
a
the
pest
island.
tonight.
Why? Surely you've heard it's illegal to
I already
leave
have
the
a
town.
map of the island.
I have.
Well, I'll draw you a map if you want. You could use it for decoration.
Otis, Dan wants to pet you, so here's a pet. Now I've just enabled his bad behavior, because he keeps walking circles around my chair and, like, poking me with his nose. He just wants more pets. And if I could stream from the couch, you would probably appreciate it more and settle down.
How much do you want for the map?
It'll be a fair price. I'll let you know when it's completed.
How long will that be?
A good map can't be hurried. Especially these days when the terrain itself keeps changing. But
Well, how
for
can you keep
anyone
an
who
eye on
knows
the
how to
changes?
get out of the town, my map would be very useful.
I don't know how he would keep an eye on how the terrain's changing, considering he's stuck in the town. Now, if I remember correctly, this guy... You don't really get a choice about the map. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something else, but I swear if you come back and say you're not going to buy the map, he gets pissed off. And, like, charges you more money for it later.
Hey, they call me Sid. I hope you're not some faceless minion of the Order.
What do you know about the Order?
The Order locks us in the town like cattle and drags men off to the monastery. Take Rodriguez, a good man, reliable. And now, they did something to his mind up at the monastery. They got to him. Now he's just a tool of the Inquisitor. It's evil, stirring people's brains round like that.
What was Rodriguez before?
He was a decent, honest thief. Salt of the earth. They caught him outside looting. Took him off and changed him. Poor fool guards the slaughterhouse by the harbour for the Order now.
Do you need help?
It's Rodriguez. He's out to get me. He's part of the Order. You're on my side, so do me a favour. Find out what
says I'm on your side?
Tell me.
Well, yeah, but like I would say, if he's like an ordinary dude who is kind of like an upstanding defender of the law, and you find out he had a former life as a thief, it would be a bit odd for him to have changed personality so much. But it's not unreasonable to say that he could have been convinced that, you know, he's doing an undue amount of harm to society at large.
There's a hungry look. But if you want me,
I had a feeling that's
I'll
what you're
want
talking
coin.
about,
If
Lord
you
Baron.
don't have any coin,
We'll see it when we come to
Master
it.
Belcher is handing out stew to the poor. Though you don't look that poor.
What's your job here?
I guard the slaughterhouse. Not a plum job. But when you decide to switch sides from the Don to the Inquisition, takes time to earn trust. That's why I'm stuck guarding meat. Although, that's certainly increased in value now the storms have curbed the fishing trade. People are as likely to steal steak as they are artifacts.
Probably more likely at some point.
Have there been many break-ins?
Too many. 3 houses were up recently.
And what was done about it?
Not much we could do apart from keep an eye on local troublemakers. I am positive Sid is behind it, though.
Why do you think Sid was behind the robberies?
He considers himself a local leader of sorts. Likes to stir things up.
But what makes you so sure it was him?
Well, you just have to look at that girlfriend of his and the wealth she flaunts to know it's not coming from an honest source.
Nobody who has a Spanish name in any Piranobites game has ever had a Spanish accent, except for the Hashishin.
How do you know Sid?
I was one of the Don's men. It's not something I'm proud of, but he's a charismatic man. He can be very persuasive. Then I realised he doesn't care about the future of this island. He just cares about his own selfish gains. Now, I fight alongside Inquisitor Mendoza.
What are you talking about, Vale? He had a Spanish accent in Gothic Arcania. I wouldn't say either version of Gothic 1 as he had a Spanish accent.
What are you planning to do now?
If I can prove Sid was behind the burglaries, maybe I can improve my standing in the Order. But I doubt anyone would talk to me. The Don's men feel betrayed, and the Inquisition are suspicious. So, I need someone who doesn't have my baggage. What about you? It would help this town no end if the burglaries were stopped. I can pay you for your aid.
I disagree completely, Val. I don't hear any Spanish in his voice in Gothic 1. Dans, that's everybody who has this weapon, which is basically every one of the Inquisition soldiers. Say all their staff weapon is just a little bit too short.
Okay.
We'll go look at them all.
Investigate the break-ins.
Good. Be careful. It won't be easy. Sid's tricky. It's difficult to pin anything on him, even though he always seems to know where items of value can be found.
You think he cased the houses in advance?
He may be a thief, but he's not a stupid one. He probably sent someone else to scope the houses out. If you can find out who his spy is, that'll be a good start.
Whose houses were robbed?
Nelson the cartographer, Flavio the fur dealer, and Baxter the bookkeeper. You should talk to each of them. Their statements could be the key to bringing Sid to justice.
How much will you pay me?
How about 150 gold?
I don't know what Sid offered me, but that sounds better. Well, that guy's not doing it because he's walking around. Yeah, see? He's holding the blade, too. Because they just made those staff weapons too short. Here's a couple idiots.
You look weather-beaten. Did you make it here across the seas?
More or less.
I was shipwrecked. I washed up here. What about you?
I'm a sailor. Was. With the storms, there's nothing to do in the harbour. And I give up my job with Patty.
Patty?
So you work for Patty?
I used to. Serving beer. But people are running out of money to spend on beer. So
I have no idea
I was no
what
longer needed.
what game that is,
Luckily,
Warbearer.
she hasn't asked me to clean out my berth yet. If you're looking for work, you won't find a lot.
What happens in the harbour?
Not much since the ships stopped coming in. Carrasco is in charge of things. He manages the warehouse for the Order, and he pays terribly. Stick to Luca. He's got something cooking. And if you do well, there'll be an extra coin or two. But don't let him swindle you. Luca is a complete skinflint.
Well, you just said the other guy was too, so it doesn't sound like either of them are worth dealing with. I was like, this is the only nameless NPC who has like a unique name. But that's just it. He's just ship's officer, and he doesn't talk.
Hey, did my old lady send you?
Also, the two perpetual drunks in this game are identical. They just use the same face.
No.
Good. Never stops nagging. You're young. Take my advice. Don't get married.
Are you hiding from your wife?
No cows, no harvest, no farm. Creatures everywhere. And she said that was my fault. Came to get work here. Now Carrasco won't even give me a job lugging crates.
Would that have anything to
I
do
certainly
with the fact
don't.
that you're in here getting drunk?
That's got nothing to do with me. That's got nothing to do with it. That's got nothing to do with it.
And you're sure about that?
Okay, at least
Well,
one of those
I'm
lines
a
was a mistake.
missionary. I'll seek my salvation in drink. Go and bother Luca or someone.
They won't pull that with me.
At least one of those lines was not meant to be spoken. This is the weirdest place. I don't understand why there's so many gold coins just on the ground. Hang on, you're a different guy.
Stop staring at me. You never seen a fisherman before?
This guy's struggling.
Mean to stare.
Oh, we have the same
I'm
clothes.
drinking, not talking. Unless you're buying, you're walking.
I wonder why, like, the fat guys always wear the apron. Like, if you ever see this fat body type, they're not wearing any other clothes that I can think of.
They weren't human.
Now there's a face that needs a drink. Better get this beer down you quick. See if you can bring a smile to it.
Thanks.
Damn. You know how to sell.
Oh, that's good stuff. Can I have another beer?
Ah, see? I knew you were a man in need of liquid solace. And the beer here is better than most of the hog's piss on the island. This one's on the house. But from now on, you pay for it.
Aha, joke's on you. I wanted exactly 2 beers. I wonder why where would she be getting her beer if she's saying everywhere else has worse beer? If she's not brewing her own. Maybe she is. That would be a hell of a business if you're a brewer and a innkeeper.
Aren't you
Like,
kind of
obviously
young
brew
to be
pubs are a
running
thing,
tavern?
but
I wouldn't be behind this damn bar if
She
the
seems
White
to be
Rogues
the
hadn't
only
sealed
employee
the
here.
town. Still, being here is better than being out in the gutter. Or being forced into selling my wares at Sonia's. If I could, I'd have been out of this rat hole long ago.
I think she needs to be wearing a multicolored corset and a stupid hat and have her hair color changed 3 times across 3 different games.
Why do you want to get out so badly?
I'm looking for something. Something valuable to me.
What?
Can you keep a secret?
Sure.
Yeah, and so can I.
No, Dans, of course not. I don't know if her face is unique. I've never actually, like, compared it to other female NPCs.
You've got me curious. What is it you're looking for?
Right, terrier, aren't you? Well, don't
No,
get
I'm
too
a left
excited.
terrier.
It's nothing you can sell. I need to find my father.
Really?
He went missing in the storms. His name's Gregorius. He's a sailor. I heard he
Gregorius.
was here. That's why I came. But I got stranded by the storms. Then the owner of this place was killed. Got sent into the ruins by the Inquisition. So I took this place over. Haven't found a trace of my father, though. He must be somewhere outside the town.
How do you plan on getting out of the town?
No damn idea. No damn idea. Yet. I did hear there's a secret way out of the town. The Don uses it to get around the Inquisition. No idea if it's true. There's so much bloody talk in this place.
It might be gossip, but what do they say about the secret way out of town?
Artifacts keep going missing, so someone's smuggling them out. The Inquisition won't let ships leave the harbor, and they guard both gates. So the smugglers must have found a third way those damn white robes don't know about.
Sounds like you could be right. Do you know any of these artifact smugglers?
I bet this tavern that the Don's men are behind it. They usually are. But maybe that's just talk too.
You must know someone who deals in artifacts.
Ask that guy over there. His name is Dieter. Been trying to sell his special merchandise for days. No luck. Poor sod.
I'll help you get out of town.
Better men than you have told me the same thing. But
Well,
their
beg your
price
pardon.
for help wasn't one I was going to pay. Maybe you're different from the others. Maybe you're the same. But if you hear something, if you know something, I'll treat you fair. But there are things I won't do.
What year did Venetica come out? Because I feel like these games are almost equivalent. Obviously, Venetica is a worse game, but I don't recall Venetica looking as bad as this. Yeah, they came out the same year, and this game looks... I mean, I haven't played Venetica in a while, but I feel like this game looks substantially worse.
I'll help you to find your father, Gregorius.
And why would you want to do that? Sorry. Not used to getting offers of help. If you find anything out, I'd be grateful. I don't know if you know Captain Romanov. I heard he came here, and that he's still on the island somewhere. Romanov is also a man of the sea. He and my father have crossed paths a few times. If anyone knows something about my father, it's going to be him.
Do you have anything to trade?
She got some hella potions. Yeah, I know. Well, it was that was the first game by Deck 13, wasn't it? The guys who ended up making the Siege and Lords of the Fowland. Guard.
Hey, are you in the market for valuable artifacts?
Who are you?
You interested or not?
You're one of the triplets, right?
You know my brothers?
I've met one of them. Where did you get this artifact?
It sort of fell into
I
my
see.
possession. Heard it might come from the temple ruins. And it looks valuable.
What is this artifact?
A golden bowl. It's sort of gold. And bowl-shaped. I want 150 gold coins for it.
Sounds familiar.
150. Right. Your brother Ulf is being held prisoner by the Order.
Ulf will escape.
From what I've heard, there's not many escape the Order.
Okay, we're just leaving it at that. Go Boingus. Ow. See, this game's... I feel like, Arkelos kind of poisoned me. Because hearing these repetitive, like, really shitty, sound effects like that, just over and over again, is rapidly driving me insane. Because it reminds me of that shitty, like, lo-fi cough sound from the characters smoking in Arkelos, and that obnoxious fucking point-and-laugh animation that just looped ad nauseum. And they gave it to immortal NPCs, so I couldn't even Marvin mode them out of existence.
Hey.
Wait. Not here.
Huh?
We talk here, Carrasco will listen. He doesn't have to know everything. Let's go somewhere else.
Yes, I'm sure he won't be suspicious watching us go around the corner together. No. I'm saying they're both equally infuriating. Just using the most, like, obtrusive stock sound effects. These sorts of things. Like, Gothic 1 and 2 didn't have that problem. They're like this. The sound effects they use were actually pretty decent. Somehow they used way worse ones in this game.
Do you have a problem with Carrasco?
Well, let's see. All those temples
That was
turn
a
up
very
and we're
abrupt
thinking, hurrah,
music
the gods
change.
have finally smiled on us. Then the Inquisition arrive. take over our island and start claiming all the treasure belongs to them. How would you feel?
A bit pissed.
But do you have a particular problem with Carrasco?
He's the worst of them. Claims I've been stealing.
Is he
Even
right?
had me searched. But he's never found anything. It's an outrage. An outrage, I tell you.
Outrageous.
I'm looking for work.
You could lug crates, but you have to talk to Carrasco. But you don't look like the crate-lugging kind of guy.
What do I look like?
Like someone who will willingly take greater risks for greater profits?
Oh, what are you saying?
So you don't think stealing is an outrage?
Taking from the orders, not stealing. It's our duty.
Well, it's
I'll pay a
outrageous to
few
be
lads
accused of
to liberate
stealing.
items from the warehouse. I'm damned if I'm letting the Inquisition get all the treasure, but those lads have run up tabs to pay. They've bedded too many wenches. They're getting greedy, and I won't have that.
Which lads are causing trouble?
There's Durham. He's a worker from the harbour.
Who else?
Ingvar and Vasily. Neither of them has a proper job, so they're just work for hire. Most of the time, they can be found in Patty's Tavern. Fine woman she is.
Indeed.
How exactly have they got greedy?
They stole 5 ancient armour plates that
I
were
don't think it's
found in
quite
the
a
ruins.
Cockney accent,
Can
but it's
this armor be
definitely
used?
in the
You mean to
ballpark.
improve your own armour?
Yes.
They're more ceremonial than practical, but they're still very valuable.
What do you want doing with these lads? How should I handle it?
Any way you like. They've crossed me for the last time. Do what you have to do. Just get me those armour plates back, and don't let them fall into Carrasco's hands.
Sounds like it's time to start stabbing.
What's in it for me, if I help?
You can have the gold I offered them. 50 gold pieces for each plate. 5 plates, that's 250 all in. 250's a good price. You won't get that much coin faster and easier anywhere else.
I want 400.
Yeah, and I want Patty to roll naked in a bath of warm oil with me. But it ain't gonna happen.
Your boys wanted twice that much. That'd be 500. I'll take 400. I earn, and that way you still come out ahead.
Unfortunately, you have a point. All right, I'll pay 400. But only if you make sure those greedy arses stick to our agreement in the future.
Would you rather roll naked in cold oil, Dans?
I'll retrieve the armor plates.
That's the spirit. I'm here if you've got any more questions.
So every single one of these guys who has a job for you from the Don, there's an equivalent NPC with the Inquisition who have a basically an alternative job. And even if they're not, even if they don't quite overlap, they basically cancel each other out. So you can only do one or the other. I don't know what happens if you go both ways. I think there's enough that you can get 3 of one side or the other, no matter what. Anyway, I'm coming up here because I remember doing this in the past. The way we can get in there to loot it a bit, which is going to be a bit trickier, I think, because we can't sneak. No oil. We just do it dry? I don't know, that sounds like it would be a bit of chafe after a while. Gaboingus! Not quite. Ow. I'll reload just so I don't lose the health. I don't think that you have the option, Val. I think it basically skips anything you can do in the city. I didn't really test it, but we still have the opportunity. In fact, just to play it safe... I'll always keep it. I'll make sure I never overwrite the check one. That'll be the one for testing that in the future. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can make this jump. Ha-cha-cha! Maybe not. I know I've been up there. Do I just, like, do this? Bit of this? positive I've done this. Oh, you know what? I think I gotta start from the other side somehow. You know what? That's a good point. Maybe that's your way out of it. I've never done it the other way around. Oh yeah, this is it. I think. So maybe if you do that... Huh. I never considered that. You might actually be able to do that. And it might give you the opportunity to join the Don instead. You might even have the opportunity to become a mage after all that. Alright, so we do this. Just doing a little drop is a bit difficult with the janky gravity in this game. And then, oh, how you do? Wham bam. And we have a sarcophagi. My guy. Yoink. And this curious bookstand.
There's something here about artifacts. Interesting. There is a warning about restless bones in some of the sarcophagi.
Foreshadowing. Alright, so not the most valuable thing, but... Well, maybe that's the only bone that's left, or the only bone worth taking. Might be the girthiest one.
Halt! No one can enter this warehouse.
Everything all right, big guy?
Everything is all right.
I'm looking for training.
Ukos can train you. Train you in strength. Train you with an axe. I must ask for a little gold. Against my honor. But Ukos needs gold for the butcher shop.
It is funny that like they established that the ogres resent the concept of gold as dishonorable. But they always ask for it anyway, because they weren't going to give them a unique script to not charge you money for training. Also, I love how the outhouses have a heart on it. If it was a little bit lower, it would make more sense.
I'd stop right there if I were you. You ain't going any further.
What's the problem?
The Order runs this warehouse now.
So what?
So they don't want anyone
Please
wandering
do.
in uninvited. Wandering uninvited types tend to wander out again with stuff that ain't theirs.
What sort of trouble?
Artifact smuggling. It's bad enough these artifacts have been stolen in the ruins. You'd think they'd be safe
Nobody.
down in a warehouse, but there are thieves everywhere, trying to undermine the Order.
Can I help?
Well, the latest things to go missing were 3 golden bowls.
3 gold bowls.
The Inquisitor was not impressed. I could do with getting those back. And I need to get hold of some armor plates that walked out the warehouse a few days ago.
Let's talk compensation.
I was like you once. All about the gold and the dark place. I hope you find your higher purpose.
Nothing in
No,
this
you
town is
sanctimonious
free,
weirdos.
Especially not me.
Have it your way. If you help me, you can choose your reward.
Where did the golden bowls come from?
An illegal excavation at an old temple, outside the town. Since we heard about that, talk says someone's been trying to sell 3 golden bowls on the black market. Idiots. To resist the Order is crazy. We're driven by a greater force, a higher purpose.
Foolishness.
All right. I'll find the 3 golden bowls for you.
You've got a pair on you, I'll give you that. But with the corrupt rabble we've got around here...
Who doesn't
it
have a
won't be
weird
easy.
face in this game?
There'll be more than just you who's after them. So watch your back.
I heard something about those armor plates you're looking for.
Tongues are already wagging, are they? Not good. Not good at all. That means they'll soon be for sale.
Yeah, no,
on
he
their
isn't.
way out of town. That man almost
He's got
makes
the
me wanna
meltiest
go
looking
back to
face.
using my fists again. Talk to him.
And the
find out what he knows.
biggest eyebrows.
I heard Luca's also looking for the armor plates.
Really? Maybe he doesn't know as much as I thought. Well, make sure he doesn't get his paws on them. They're the property of the Order, and they're gonna stay that way.
Oh, will they? They're already not in your possession anymore.
Hey.
Hey yourself. If you like what you see, you're gonna have to pay Madame Sonia first. Until then, seeing is all you get.
Fair enough.
That's a long walk.
Who is Madame Sonia?
I didn't think I'd meet someone around here who didn't know Madame Sonia. She's my boss. Owns the brothel on the Western Harbour Quay.
I see.
That's the end of that.
Yes? What do you want?
Whoops.
Do these ships really need guarding?
Ships? No. Cargo, yes. And while these ships are stuck here, it's the Inquisition's duty to protect them. So here I am.
You're a warrior of the Order.
Your keen intellect tell you that?
Your armor did.
Yes. I am a warrior of the Order of the Holy Flame.
That's a big title for a guard. How did you become a warrior of the Order?
The Inquisitor himself chose me. He took me to the monastery for training.
So you were forced into service?
No. The service found me, and I found the service. I wish more
There's
people
love
would
at first
sign
sight.
up, do their duty.
Every man
Chicken
must
soup.
find their calling.
Delicious.
What's the Inquisitor like?
You haven't met him? He's a hard man with firm principles. Once he has his eyes on a goal, no one can stop him. You can't help but admire a man like that.
I suppose not.
If you
Sounds
stay
pretty
within
gay,
the
dude.
law, you have nothing to fear from him.
What if I don't agree with the law?
Then you better hope you don't meet him.
Have you caught people trying to steal from the ships?
There are those stupid enough to try, but nothing escapes my eagle eyes. Nothing.
Of course
Oh, I'm not saying there is,
Don't
Dans.
mock. You don't want to end up like our prisoner in the Harbour Quay jail, do you?
What did the prisoner in the jail do?
Captain Romanoff is a pirate. Was a pirate. Now he's just another prisoner. We caught him smuggling goods.
He says
from the
another, and
mainland
they
for the
literally don't
Don.
have a single other
Of course,
prisoner.
Romanoff's not the sort to pay for goods. He plundered, burned, and killed his way across the coast. Until the Inquisitor caught up with him. You see? Law and order. Safety. The Don is gone. And soon we'll find the gold Romanoff was paid by him. Until he tells us where that is hidden, he'll rot in his cell.
Has Romanoff told you anything, so far?
Not much. He's tight-lipped for a braggart. But a few more weeks rotting in jail and he'll speak.
You hope. Maybe I can get Romanoff to talk.
Ha! Why would he tell you where he's hidden it? We'll find it. The gold can't be far, and there are only so many places to hide it.
I'll find Romanoff's gold.
How? We've been trying for days without success. But if you did manage to find it, you would of course be rewarded.
Unless I held on to it.
Stop shouting and napping!
Hello, Sunhill. Thank you for following. So, they talk about ships, plural. There's the only one, and it is quite small. How are you? Yeah, you can get on here, and there's a clam. Nothing but the clam. Whoops. I want that. Also, for some reason, I thought this was a lighthouse. But it's not. It's just a hut.
Hey, you! What are you doing hanging around here? Nothing here of interest for passers-by.
I'm not passing by, because I cannot pass by. This is the end of the road.
I didn't know it was out of bounds.
Ha! Why do you think I'm guarding it?
What is it you're guarding?
We've got a VIP in there. Captain Romanov is in that cell. You must have heard of him. Scourge of the high seas.
So?
I only know
Where
of
have you
Potatoes
been?
Romanov.
He terrorized most of the islands round here.
Did Romanoff work alone? What happened to his crew?
With the storms out to sea, They'll be laying low in the town, hiding from the Inquisition.
Why didn't the Order take Romanov to the monastery like all the others?
I haven't the foggiest. The white robes don't tell people, but I like it that way. The less I know, the more I can keep my head down.
Can I talk to Romanov?
You can, but he won't hear, because he's in the cell and you're staying out here. And the key to his cell is staying in my pocket. Got that?
So, what do you want to let me in?
All the other town guards are having a great time in the tavern or at Sonia's. The island's falling apart while they party, but I'm not allowed to leave my post. I've been here for days, wet, cold, knackered. Romanov may be important, but he's not going anywhere. The only person to give me the time of day is you. And you're not exactly a sight for sore eyes. But well, I mean, if one of Sonia's girls came up here, then, hey, the two of us could make a bit of a party.
Tell you what, I'll send one of Sonia's girls over. In return, you let me talk to Romanov.
Well... Yep, it's a deal. Be quick, though. Oh, and don't...
Yeah, 'cause you'll be
with a
quick.
face like a smashed crab, or the deal's off.
Kid awake in the middle of the night. You're saying that's what you are? Yeah, this quest is a bit funny because what happens afterwards doesn't make sense. Not just the fact that he basically hires this woman to just shake her hips for him and nothing else, but he never returns to his post, and we never have to give him the key back, and we never lock the door, so Romanov just fucking walks right out of here. And he acts so astounded by it afterwards. Yeah, I don't remember that. Oh, your kid is awake. I gotcha. All right. Well, hopefully he's not watching because I'm not biting my tongue. I'm a bit PG-13, as it were. Yeah, the splashing. I mean, it's a bit. It happens in odd places, but it does add some life to the ocean. You wouldn't get otherwise. Well, you know, I tend to keep the innuendos down a bit. Oh no, my torch. Whoa. That's a bit weird. There's no camera collision on the canopy.
The Naked Monk. A cookbook. I guess I'll make a copy of that.
Okay. You do that. Nobody should cook naked. Nothing worse than bacon grease splattering on your junk.
You should get some training.
Training for what? Semen training? Well, there's a difference between warm oil and scalding bacon grease.
Well, you look like you've got deep pockets. And there's no better place to dig into them than
Oh my
Madame
god, this is
Sonia's
Lena Headey
House of
doing a
Pleasure.
Scottish
We've got
accent.
something to suit all tastes. And the girls
Or,
there are
not
talented,
Scottish.
flexible, and lice-free.
Good to know.
Well done. He just walks off. It just dawned on me. That is definitely from Gothic 3, isn't it? It sounds like the intro to Ishtar theme, possibly? Definitely sounds very, like Middle Eastern.
What's your problem?
Eric Solon.
I'm just getting to know Harbour Town.
Tell someone who gives a shit. Now fuck off and stop snooping.
God damn.
Don't bother me with this.
It's very simple, sweetie. You want something, you pay for it. And there's no discount for rugged and handsome here.
On the prostitutes? The first one was saying he had no lice in his beds.
What can you offer me?
You are in the finest brothel in town.
Not to
If
mention
you
the
can't find
only.
it here, it's not worth having.
They always do that. It's like, I'm the best. XYZ in town. It's like you're literally the only one. Enough of the pretense.
Do you also sell information?
If you have the gold, I have the knowing. Give me 10 gold coins, then ask your question. If I can answer it, sweetie, then I will. And if I can't, then I still keep the gold.
How does that deal work for me?
Believe me, there's little that goes on round here that doesn't come through my doors sooner or later.
Comforting to know.
But no risk, no fun.
I ain't gonna tell you how to parent. But welcome. Thank you for following.
I do need information.
I'm all ears.
I don't care about any of these. I like how the resolution cuts off the cost of this. So I could be getting scammed for all I know. My pleasure, Sophie. Thank you for hanging out. How much does this cost?
I'd like to hire
50
the
gold.
services of one of your girls. For the cell guard on the harbour quay.
Harbour Key, you say? Take Annika. She normally works that area, though she may not want to go with your cell guard friend. And that's her choice.
Annika, got it. At the harbour quay. Thanks.
I remember this, is we end up getting extorted. So we paid our fee. But apparently, even if we pay her, her girls can basically say, nah, I'm not doing anything. And we don't get a refund. It's that guy playing his little, what's it? I forget what that instrument's called. I don't know if he only plays it at night, but yeah, he's the only one I know of who does play it. Yeah, Big Mo. Oh, right, this is the guy from the butcher shop, isn't it? Deal with him another time. Yeah, the double chat's from Restream. That's how the same thing that I'm streaming to both the YouTube and the Twitch. I mean, horrible sound. I like that instrument. Basically sounds like a viola. But what am I saying? Yeah. Restream has a built-in chat feature that embeds the chats from both of your or any of the sites you're broadcasting to. And just does it in one chat. So I added that as a browser source, and it seemed to work just fine. I don't know, whatever. Let's talk to the dude. Refresh your memory. I'm going to be a bit aimless in this town. I'm just not doing any quests right away. Until I've, like, talked to everybody. And the music keeps going.
Who are you?
Mo. I work for Dargle.
Yeah, he is at the butcher shop.
I see. That's a tough job.
Yeah, especially as I remove offal, keep the butcher's shop clean, render fat, and fetch cattle. If you don't want anything, can I get on? I've got a lot to do.
Got a lot of time spent playing just... Why does he come to the brothel to play his violin? I don't get it. Like, is he paid to do that? Or is that just his hobby?
I'm looking for a couple of skins.
You're in luck. Here, you can have them.
For free? What's wrong with them?
Nothing. You're just taking them off my hands.
They're Baxter's, aren't they? You took them.
And you're giving them to Baxter. So, no trouble needed for anyone.
You bloody thief. I don't know, it's an odd place to play it. I question why he's doing it. I remember this guy. This guy. Send super chats on YouTube. I don't know. That might be something I would have to set up, but I don't usually stream to Twitch. I mean, I don't usually stream to YouTube, so I have no idea. I have no idea, Dans. This guy, I think he gives us a math problem.
Just a moment. If I take 3 at 25 plus 18 hams...
That's a lot of hams.
I can't do this with you staring at me.
You're doing the accounts?
I keep the books for the butcher's shop.
There's a skill.
You think calculating's easy? There's not many around here can do it.
I can.
Really?
It's basically like paying money to have your chat highlighted. Which Twitch just does with the channel point rewards. But, like, I don't stream to YouTube, and frankly, I'm not really trying to make a profit off of doing it. This is just here for fun.
You want to test me?
Yes. What's 14 times 17?
Oh, thank you for the text in brackets. Oh, boy. I don't remember how to do this kind of math. Well, thanks for spoiling it.
238.
Very good. A man should.
I was
value
going
the
to try and do it
weapons of
myself,
mine.
but honestly, I would have run out of patience. It's been a long time since I had to spell out multiplication. God, remember long division?
About the break-in. What was stolen?
What else? Gold, of course. The gold belongs to the Order. Now it's gone.
God, remember when they started talking about imaginary numbers
All
in
of
math?
I don't know exactly how much. I was just about to do the accounts when I noticed a theft.
Who was in the house on the day of the break-in?
Well, Doyle tried to sell me fish, but I don't like fish, so he left. That fatto Vasily brought beer.
Imagine living on an island and not
Traded
eating
him a few
fish.
pieces of meat. And of course, Mo was here a few times, but that isn't unusually works here after all.
I'm here about the deal with Flavio.
Flavio? Tell him I still don't have the goods. 5 wolf skins and 5 boar skins. No more, no less. And I'll only take the complete delivery.
I'm glad you enjoy it, Sophie. I'm not sure how many couples I have watching my streams. I feel like either you're not the first one, or you're the same one who mentioned it last time. Val, just because you're as tall as 2 people doesn't count. Unless you are literally 2 shorter people in a trench coat. Well, good to know. How many of these skins do we have? Got 3 and 2, so I need 2 and 3. You should stand on Val's shoulders. It would barely make her any taller. Lol. Right, so there's nowhere... I mean, you can, like, steal a bed. I'm just not really sure where. I mean, no, there are plenty of places you can, like, walk in. I don't remember what they do about the beds, though. Well, she's using that one. This is the genome engine where you can't make people get off beds. Because otherwise you sleep at Costa's, and Costa extorts you for it. This man... Oh, his beds must be upstairs. And this suspicious
I'll have
door...
to pick this, or find the key.
So we know what this building is. But I'd like to ask, considering it's been abandoned for years, how has nobody ever broken into it? Oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? What do
Hello.
you want?
So one of the curious things about the genome engine is when NPCs interact with objects, it prevents you from being able to use it even if you get them to stop like directly interacting with it, because they're still like assigned to it. So you'll notice, like if you try to walk up to use something, like let's say I went over and I saw this log here, and I'm like, I'm gonna saw that log. But like I did it at a time where this man was getting out of his bed and his AI told him to go use a saw, I would not be able to interact with it, even if he wasn't actually using it. Just one of the curious and confounding things about the genome engine. I suppose we could just use a bed and avoid Costa. Lol. Although his bodyguard might also, like, harass us. I don't think he will, though. So remember, Costa yells at you, and then his bodyguard gets involved. Esteban, new Steelbeard? I think they might even mention that at some point. It would make sense, him being, like, the most famous pirate to ever come to this island. There's no way Esteban wouldn't have met him. This guy is completely pointless, isn't he?
Tell someone who cares.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Now, who could teach me to pick locks?
I don't know how to pick locks yet? What's wrong with me? Should have gone back and learned it. Oh, you know why? Because fucking the guy who teaches us to pick locks from the Dongsmen, he's stuck in that mission where they want to attack the Inquisition soldiers at the ruin. And he won't teach it to me there. I would have to complete that mission first. And here's our favorite recurring character.
Well, my lad, what can old Jack do for you?
You're Jack.
That I am. Jack the sailor, then Jack the lighthouse keeper, now Jack the old beachcomber. Seems the sea won't let me go.
Well, there ain't no beach to comb here.
So you're no longer the lighthouse keeper?
Was, my boy, was. The tower's not in use, nor am I. No more ships going out, you see.
Well, you don't need a
Storms
lighthouse of
put
ships
pace
going
in
out. You need
ships,
them
and
for the ones
town's
coming
short
in.
of fuel. No use burning things when there are no ships to see it, eh? You wouldn't have a tot of rum to ease my aches, would you?
Well, not every man goes grey.
Here, have a little rum.
A little
Spend too
tipple.
long by the sea and it rots you. Your knees go, your back, your front, your everything. Everything
Gotta eat
falls
more
apart.
oranges.
Towers, men, religions. The sea always wins. Remember that, lad.
Well, what if you never go out to sea? And you die anyway. And then the earth wins. Really? Liam Neeson has more of an Irish accent, doesn't he? He's from, like, Belfast or something. Also, I would think that the best place to have a lighthouse would be up there where the ruined Colossus is. Or over there on that thing. Because having it kind of down at regular ground level doesn't take advantage of the height. You want this to be as visible as possible. Oh yeah, we shouldn't just walk in here, should we? You don't seem to care.
I'll have to pick this.
Right, I can't pick
or
locks.
find the key.
Because I'm a dum-dum. And I think the Dongsmen in here will only teach you their skills if you do their quest. What up, clowns? They didn't steal it. The recurring meme characters are a thing in so many franchises. Dark Souls has it with patches. What other games? Does BioWare have any, like, recurring characters? Mimetic ones? Oh, hello, Glory. Didn't notice you in there, because your name's the same color as clowns. Yeah, but whatever Val knows of first, anything that follows is a ripoff, even if it came out before it. Oh, you know, the name's not quite the same color. Yours is like a semitone darker. Oh, why you gotta make this a color thing, clowns?
Hello, handsome. Haven't seen you around here before.
I'm new.
How did you manage to get into Harbour Town? Not much goes in or out these days. Well, not in town anyway.
Are you mad?
Are you mad? Thank you, Surf Garage. Finally getting through it. Well, geez, I only finished it a year ago. But thank you. Thank you for subscribing. 4 months, holy smokes.
I looked for a way, and I found one.
A resourceful, eh? I like that in a man.
Glad to hear it.
I like how she's like flirting with me right in front of her husband. I guess that's just their lifestyle.
So, what do you do around here?
I'm Sid's better half. He's one of the Don's men.
This is also Lena Headey.
Now, don't go thinking he's
She's
any
trying
old
to do like a
ruffian.
London
My
accent.
Sid is smart, strong, and he knows what a girl wants.
Which is?
Well, a little material appreciation, of course. Why, what were you thinking? My Sid knows. Why, just the other day, my Siddy gave me a beautiful ring. It was fit for the Inquisitor, it was.
Can I see the ring Sid gave you?
Nah! You might chop off my hand to get to it, I know your sort.
Rude. I guess Lena Headey does voice more characters in this game than I thought she did. I realized so many of them were in town, too. Again, there aren't many female characters outside of town, are there? Oh. I've never, like, walked up here. Any reason to? Oh my god, you slippy slidey fool. So for some reason, I didn't realize how much the foliage billboards. Like, I did not remember this from playing Risen, that none of the foliage is three-dimensional. Well, lizards. Good to know. I'll proposition the next woman I fancy with a lizard. Bioware's patches? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I'm kinda not much of a Bioware fan, so I don't know. Alright, well, let's get up to the Merchants District and... Oh, wait, we gotta finish up, I guess we can talk to Romanov. Because even though we are, you know, ostensibly only given a brief chance to speak with him, we actually have all the time in the world. Karth? Isn't he one of the KOTOR guys? Does he actually show up in more than one game, but like not actually the same character? Oh right, she's over here. I almost walked off the edge. By the way, if you do walk off the water, into the water, splish. Oh. Oh, it's just a voice actor. Okay, well that doesn't count. BioWare always hires the same voice actors. Yeah, there's no dying in the water. It's because I think they realize it's bullshit that you can't swim in this game. So imagine if you died for stepping into the water. I guess he's a bit typecast, but I don't think it really counts. Personally. Oh, aren't I supposed to talk to you?
Hey.
Durham.
You knew.
How are things going here?
Not good. Not good. These storms ain't budging.
I don't see no storms.
You're a sailor?
Fisherman. Now, there ain't no fish out there that make me want to brave these storms. So right now, I'm lugging crates. Doesn't pay much, but it's a great deal safer.
I hear you've got some artifacts.
Yeah. Luca sent you, right? Look, I am sick and tired of lying in that bastard's pockets by doing his dirty work. I want payment. A decent payment. Or you can both piss off. 200 gold pieces should do it.
I ain't paying you nothing. Well, I only played Mass Effect once and never felt like playing it again, so...
I paid Sonia for your services.
I leave them both behind now.
Your place or mine?
It's not for me. Marek, one of the guards,
Kick.
would like to get to know you better.
Oh.
Little bit shy, is he?
Oh dear.
You could say that.
Oh.
Sorry. I have to admin on YouTube.
The fattest caterpillars I've ever seen. Well, I suppose gold is gold.
Sorry, I had to tab out. Okay, for some reason I thought she'd charge you more for this guy. I realized I don't have any moderators on my YouTube chat, do I? Yeah, well, luckily we don't have to speak with the man afterwards. Somehow he telepathically got the message. Or sending, maybe I'm wrong. I thought he just walked right over there.
Annika will keep you company.
Nice. I've been looking forward to this. Right. Come with me where no one can see us. Once Annika is here, then you can have the key.
Are you proposing a threesome? Get excited for this R-rated entertainment here. Now you can watch through the window. Oh yeah, that's spicy.
Right, you've had your fun. Now the key to the cell, please.
Here. But if this lands me in trouble, I'll make you pay.
Got it.
I already paid for your damn entertainment. Sorry, you want to look a little longer? Alright, that's enough. Clean up after yourselves.
Let's see who they're sending me now. You another gutter dog, errand boy? You even think of asking about my gold?
He literally still has his
Rip out
weapon.
your tongue and feed it to the rats.
This is the thing that always bugged me, is that anytime they have characters in prison, they always have their weapons with them. And, like, he doesn't have to have a weapon. Like, you can use, like, yeah. I don't understand. Why do they do this? Why is there such a constant oversight with Piranha Bytes?
I heard you're a pirate.
Oh, stop nudging me.
Starting with the hard questions, are we? Can see why they sent you, gutter dog. You gonna point out
Gutter
I'm in
dog.
prison next? Or ask me if the
Oh,
food's
it's your
all
gutter
right?
dog.
Just answer the question. You are a pirate, right?
Pirate, murderer, criminal, thief. I've been called a lot.
I think the third
Now they wanna
was
stick me in a cell to let me rot. The world is going to
bit
hell.
redundant.
I've been to hell and came back whole. I stared down the throat of the beast, watched water turn to stone, and cities tremble as it swept down upon them. Now they want to stick me in a cell to let me rot. You think that makes sense in these times, gutter dog?
I'm sure
This
letting
man's
you wander the
intense.
streets would be a great comfort to the people here.
The world's coming apart. We can all see our end in it. What comfort is there to be had in that?
It's a shame that you never really give this man more of a role. He's like the most, like, cynical and sort of like fatalistic. And yet he's still just kind of, like, he's not a throwaway character, but he could have been more interesting, I think. Yeah, there's no reference to him because he's dead. I mean, like, I'm sure canonically he's dead, because I believe you can complete this without killing him. But that would, we'll get to that when we come to it. Regardless, he's presumed dead, and I think he might have a throwaway reference. Because I think there's one character in the Treasure Isle quest who's mentioned as being one of Romanov's men. That's true, Gorn didn't, so it seems like Gothic 1 and 2 are the only times they could do it. Yeah, that's what I mean. You meet, the guy who's the cook at the monastery in this game is known to be one of Romanov's men, and he comes back in the Treasure Isle quest of the next game, which was a DLC-only quest, by the way.
You've sailed out in these storms.
Seen 100 ships founder, the waters swallow the men. But I've never seen the sea watch a man. Choose its time. Until now. Whatever is out there, circling this island, is doing that. Choosing its time. These temples that rose from the earth, the creatures that came with them, they're nothing. Nothing compared to what is coming next. And no one can stop it. Not you, not me. And sure as hell not the Inquisition.
One thing I will say is this man is very similar to the guy in the CGI trailer for Risen 2. Because he kind of says the same thing, he almost sounds the same. But nothing in that trailer ever actually happened in the game, so it doesn't really count.
Do you have a problem with the Inquisition and the Order?
Who do you think locked me up here? One day that Inquisitor will pay. He won't see me coming.
How long have you been here?
A few days. They think they're softening me up. They want to know where I hid my gold. And here was me thinking they only cared about spiritual matters.
The door is open. You're free.
I'll leave when I want to. At least I get free food here.
I mean, supposedly you have so much money that you could definitely afford food.
So why don't you escape?
Escape to where? You seen any ships come here in a week, a month? That's because they're all at the bottom of the sea in pieces. We've got little time to settle our reckonings before we meet our maker. And I have reckonings to settle on this island.
Kinda seems pointless at this time. Arthas 389, thank you for following. It seems kinda pointless. Like, he's got such a fatalistic attitude. He thinks the end is coming. I'm not sure why he's so concerned with settling scores. Seems, kinda vain at this point.
I know what you think about the Inquisition. What do you think about the Don?
I've known Esteban for a long time. He's a good man. Keeps his word. There are few men I know of who do that. Least of all, honest men like the Inquisitor. Or join the Order and believe your soul will be saved by a flame.
LOL!
Can't be nice here. It's damp, drafty.
Can tell you never lived at sea. But this rancid clothing
I've been to
does
sea
me no
once.
good. Short time
Didn't work
normally
out that
means
well.
Clean clothes. And I've been sweating into this shirt for 5 straight weeks. I've an old
Just
chest
take the
in
coat
the
off.
warehouse on the harbour quay. There's a casket in there with shirts in it. You bring that casket to me, maybe then we can talk about things. I might even throw a few coins your way.
The tavern keeper, Patty, is looking for her father.
Patty? Patty Steelbeard. That cunning bitch is anything but a tavern keeper. Her father is Captain Gregorius Steelbeard, also a man of the sea. And credit where it's due, he's a great one too. Not that the lice-ridden old bastard didn't make my life hell. I wouldn't trust his daughter further than I could throw her. Same blood, after all.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, he looks ugly in this too, doesn't he?
Tell me about your gold.
Who says I have any?
Pretty much anyone who mentions you mentions gold.
You live on rumors. You might as well believe fairy tales.
Who might know where Captain Steelbeard is?
My crew have been hunting the cutthroat for months, but found neither hide nor hair of the bastard.
Where is your crew?
Scattered across the island. Some are in town. Vasily and Eriksson were here not long ago. They're waiting for a sign from me.
I don't know, he's got a resting stank face, from what I remember.
Deal. I'll bring you your casket.
Here's the key to the chest. It's on the upper floor of the warehouse on the harbour quay. Won't be easy to get to, but I can see you're the resourceful type. After you got the stuff, come straight back here and keep the casket hidden. You give me your word on that?
You must really be fond of your shirts. You have my word.
Just get going before I stink myself into an early grave.
Oh, something tells me there's more than shirts going on. Also, if he is wasting away here in prison, I don't think he'd have any problem squeezing through that window. And taking a little dip. Swimming out to the shore over there. Ah! Thanks, Stans. I know there is a ring. Yeah, he could. I mean, he can do it now because I literally left the door unlocked. I never have to give the key back. But anyway, suspicious catwalk there. I think we can do that without concern of having to sneak because there is a ring that gives you the sneak ability in this game. So you never have to learn it. But I don't remember where that ring is. But I think this is high enough up and far enough away that nobody will hear us stepping about. But it might just be close enough for that guy to notice. We'll find out. Yep, he noticed. I can hear the percussion. The percussion of suspicion. Suspect this will be the same. Well, the ogre hasn't noticed, but he will notice if he sees us down there. Alright, well, so be it. Ow. Get my meat on. Why are you guys talking so far away? Step a little closer. What the hell is going on there? Why is that happening?
In the middle of all this insanity.
Why is this so glowy? Pretty sure they do, Val. 5 feet. That was like 10. That's like 15 feet apart. Oh. Well, they broke up. Oh, they just... Now they're standing closer. They can't seem to figure out where they want to be. Alright, can't go anywhere near him because he's going to yell at me for sleeping in his bed without paying. Oh, I gave all the potions away, didn't I? Get my reward for that. Haven't learned anything new yet. The whole point of me doing these streams is I'm figuring out the game to eventually do a walkthrough. I haven't really learned anything today.
I've given healing potions to everyone on your list.
Thank you. Thank you. May the Holy Flame
Yay.
protect you. Perhaps
Fake
you
achievements.
are suited to be a novice. In any case, you have my blessing. I will tell Carlos about your good work. He'll summon you when he has time. Carry out the tasks he charges you with. Convince him of your commitment, and he will take you to the monastery so you may study magic. He'll also provide you with a pass. Without his word, if you venture outside of the town walls, you'll be arrested by the warriors of the Order.
I never have either, Dans. Because, to be honest, I had convinced myself that all that would happen was you would be forced into being a warrior of the Order. I get the feeling they will, Orbaron. I feel like the update coming soon is going to do that. If they don't, frankly, they're stupid. Yeah, it might be possible, because according to Val, when you join the Warriors, you're actually given missions in town again. So it might be possible that you... Well, no. So we confirmed it. When you get shanghaied to the monastery, you're immediately given the Guild of Recruit. And it'd be very unprecedented for Piranha Bytes to allow you to switch guilds like that. But I guess they did do that with the old camp in Gothic 1. I don't know.
The farmer Arno needs a clean bed for his
We'll
sick
find out
wife,
someday.
Martha. They both live on the street.
I know. They're in a very bad situation. We really need a place to care for the worst cases. If only I knew where I could house Arno's wife. Could you search for somewhere? Perhaps Costa would help us house them.
I can ask.
I already did ask, and he said, I ain't got time for this silliness. Because he inexplicably said, I need to deal with Delgado, even though we've never brought him up otherwise. The slight oversight
You there.
there.
Get yourself up to the guardhouse. The commandant wants to talk to you.
Don't tell me my business. Yeah, but you were asking what happens if you do the Don's side of things instead. So either you never get that option, or it actually does allow you to change guilds after that. Because I've never done that. I've never done the Warrior of the Order, actually. I think I started to once, and I just stopped. I am intrigued. So I was just going to do them both when I got to the monastery after doing the town. But I think I will backpedal and end up doing the warriors by getting forcefully recruited instead. Ooh. It was just a skeleton here. I never knew about that.
Halt. You're not coming in here.
But I was told to.
Commandant Carlos has summoned me.
I know. I've been expecting you.
Then why you said I'm not coming
Are you
in?
going to let me in?
Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't.
You're so confusing. It's generic. He just says that the first time you approach the gate. because normally you're not allowed in here.
Ah, there you are.
But they didn't change the
It's about
dialogue for the
time.
one exception.
You know me.
This is a small island. We've got used to refugees, but they still stand out. Question is, are you a spy for Don Esteban? Someone seeking to join the Order of the Flame? Or something else? So, why don't you tell me what you want in this town?
I'm a castaway. I haven't taken any side.
Is that so? Well, let me explain how things work here. In this town, Inquisitor Mendoza's law prevails, and I see that his law is followed. Every troublemaker and criminal who tries to break the law will be punished. Those who aid the civic cause and help to keep the peace will be rewarded.
What is your role in this town?
To defend it, to keep order, to protect the citizens in the Order's care. That is my duty to the town. My duty to the Order and humanity is to make sure the artifacts we find are shipped to the monastery. The temples that rose from beneath the ground are full of artifacts. And every petty thief on this island is trying to steal them. The Inquisitor has commanded that all artifacts are to be taken to the monastery. People think he wants them for money, but I sense he sees a link between these artifacts and the disasters that have befallen us. He is seeking a clue to our salvation. We must gather these artifacts. We must convey them safely to the monastery. We must see that the Inquisitor is able to proceed with his business.
Can I just say that it's a bit self-righteous to say that these artifacts that have been unclaimed for thousands of years are being stolen by the people who found them first. Like, somehow you just, you know, come out here, whip your dick out and be like, everything belongs to me. Because I am the righteous. So, that's that. Having started playing this again, I'm less sympathetic towards the Don. Now that I'm remembering a bit more about the, like, illegitimacy of how he ran things here. But I'm still not on the Inquisition side either. Because they literally are just coming in and being like, I know what's right, you listen to me, otherwise I'm gonna beat you over the head and indoctrinate you.
How can I help you?
I need loyal men to ensure this town stays within the law. We are working for order, for the common good. But there are criminals, outlaws who would destabilize what we have achieved.
I mean, it's already pretty unstable, man.
What about these outlaws you mentioned?
Before the Inquisition came, Don Esteban had great influence in this town. But when we arrived here, he retreated. Now this bandit king is hiding somewhere beyond these walls. Without him, his people are disorganized. As long as their numbers remain manageable, they have no power, though they remain an irritant. If we are to stop them becoming more than that, we must remain alert.
I will help you keep the law in this town.
Then root out the outlaws. Find those on the streets of my town that do not fit with the Order's plans.
I'm not sure whose mistake that
who
was.
do not seek the common good. Confront them and see to it that they can do no harm. My guards will help you. If you wish to join the Order, then do your duty and I will see to it that you advance.
What future do you see for Harbour Town?
What future for the world, for this island? Those things are in the hands of the Inquisitor. For us, we must keep this town safe for its citizens. Keep it a haven for refugees. Keep these honest people safe from the dangers without and within. Once we have done that, we must look to feed the people, find ways to survive, until we have word from the mainland.
I'm curious how all these fools got here safely, considering that the Inquisitor himself seemed to be the last one to get here. Because he came on his own ship and he was the only one who made it off alive. But, more importantly, goddamn, is this the ugliest armor design I've ever seen in a Piranha Bytes game. Like, is it me? It's just one big, like, weird plate mail chest piece with stretchy shoulder pads and, like, a bit of chainmail that is just underneath it. Like, it doesn't cover anything else. But that's, like, the only piece of armor he's got other than boots. Like, the armor is hideous. I mean, I don't like the armor design in general in this game. Like, the robes of the Order, the robes of the mages. There's something weird. There's been, like, a trend in...
Holy shit!
Holy shit. That actually did scare me. There's been somewhat of a trend with, like, mages in modern fantasy games. Like, back in the day...
I've been doing some thinking. You're an asshole.
Well, please don't interrupt me just to share that, Dans. Yeah, there's been like a trend, like back in the day, back in the 90s, mages always wore big billowy robes. Nowadays, for some reason, they have to have these fancy, like, tight-fitting tunics with like pointy shoulder bits and like tight-fitting sleeves and shit. And I'm like, I don't understand why are the billowy robes not good enough for mages anymore? I like the billowy robes. Anyway, I think this has been nothing but chat in this stream, but that's just going to be the way of it. I'm going to wrap it up here. I am going to stream again tomorrow, and I might stream a bit later. But I do still have to work tomorrow. For now, yeah, I'll stream some more tomorrow, and the midweek streams... or the Risen streams will all kind of happen, not really announced. They're just going to be how they is. And weekends at 9 a.m. EST, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be starting something new. So, yeah, I'm going back to basically playing 2 games on stream. But the weekend streams will be Twitch only, unless I decide, like on a Saturday, to stream Risen as well. But all the Risen streams will be simultaneous to YouTube and Twitch. That will be how I do it. Playing this when it came out. Yeah, I mean, I liked it more than I'm probably going to like it now, but that's just how life goes. Oh my god, I'm so jittery. For now, have yourselves a wonderful night. Probably see you tomorrow night. And otherwise, stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.